Welcome to the Dr. Renee Sunday Show, where it's not too late to shine. We bring you transformative information for small business owners, entrepreneurial insight, wisdom, and secrets to aid you to be seen, be heard, and get paid, to catapult your life to more impact, success, and freedom. Now, please welcome your host, the platform builder herself, Dr. Renee Sunday.
Welcome to the Dr. Renee Sunday Show. I know y'all okay, I'm going to be good. I'm going to try. Y'all know I can't be good, though. But we want to welcome you. First of all, we want to say thank you so much for supporting us. We see what you're doing over on iTunes. You downloading our episodes. I'm wondering, are you listening in the car? Send us an email. I want to know, are you listening in the car? Are you listening at the gym? Well, wherever you listen, we're glad that you are listening and downloading us. And you even checking us out on iTunes, you're with Skype, Stitch, you everywhere. But we thank you for that, because the goal here is to help you, get information that you can actually make better decisions. Not just me. And you, all of us need to do it, right? Because I'm right there with you. But here on the Dr. Renee Sunday Show, you know what? I got to say, don't stop, get it. It has to be somewhere in there. But the goal is we want to actually help each other. It does take the whole village. And, we have to set goals that we ambitious about the goals, because we're not excited about it. We're not going to implement anything. So we got to believe, trust, and what? You know the end, we got to walk it out. But what we're going to do today, we have an amazing woman of God here with us. I mean, she's an entrepreneur. She's a pastor. You know what? She's a true friend. And she actually is amazing. She's a best-selling author. Woo! Yes. And she's an amazing speaker. But the thing about it is we need to share information, wisdom, and knowledge that you know what I'm talking about? That's inside of you, that we actually can get it to blossom. I love butterflies. Woo! So we start off with small things, and it actually will magnify. But we do not want to delay. We have the amazing Pastor Doris Smith with us. Are you here?
Yes.
Well, we thank you for taking time and being here with us on the Dr. Renee Sunday Show.
Thank you. So excited to be here with you, Dr. Renee.
Well, do us a favor. Tell us a little bit about yourself and the amazing things that's going on in your life.
Well, good evening, everyone. And thank you to Dr. Renee Sunday. Amazing person, business person, just an amazing, beautiful beacon of light in the world that's touching in so many different places, awesome visionary. I say thank you so very much, Dr. Sunday, for the opportunity. I am so humbly grateful to have had the opportunity to actually be a part of the Dr. Renee Sunday Show. I am actually, after 29 years of government service, was able to retire. I'm a native Floridian. I'm thankful that the Lord has allowed a few doors in my life to open, and in those doors he has allowed me to serve. One of them is a teacher, author in a collaborative project, which was The Voices of Hope. That's a book that directs to caregiving. I am also in my position of caregiver for my husband of 36 years, certified professional speaker, as well as inspirational coach. I also host the Power Hour line of inspiration and motivation. That line was birthed during a time in our lives when we was really dealing with some serious family difficulties, and where we were determined that we would rise. God allowed us to rise, united stronger than ever before. But in the birthing of this prayer line, he allowed it to go to the world. And after 5 years now, it's every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 5 a.m. I was also invited to become a co-host of Facing Your Fears radio talk show, of course, along with being a mother, a wife, and all the other duties that we have, the multiple hats that we wear. I am so humbly glad to be able to share, in spite of everything that we do, to be able to share the gifts that the Lord has given me.
That's right. She's amazing. But I want to step back a little bit because in this season right now, a lot of people are saying, okay, you sound amazing. Pastor Smith, you sound amazing. But, you know, a lot of people don't have hope. A lot of people want that motivation that you exude from just hearing your voice. Tell us what you in this season right now. I know this is a very deep question, and we can talk at length about it. How can we actually have motivation, have hope, have that sense that it's going to be all right, that all is well, that we hear so many people saying? Give us a couple of tips and wisdom in that department, because I think a lot of people that may be listening right now, you know, because all of us going through a situation, but help us with some wisdom and knowledge on how can we be motivated in this season.
Wonderful. In this season, what I find, Dr. Sunday, and that's such a beautiful, beautiful question that you have asked, because that is a question that many are saying. In the midst of everybody saying, yes, it's a new year, yes, it's a new decade, yes, it's a new me, but I don't feel like a new year. I don't feel like a new decade. I don't feel like a new me. How do I motivate? How am I able to become motivated, inspired, to bring out the best inside of me? And what I have learned to do myself, because life happens, and in spite of who we are, in spite of where we are being or where we're going, life happens. Nothing changes that. That's going to continue to be. And when those challenges appear, we are not to run from them, of course, but we gain our strength and our knowledge as we be still and taught. We're taught through life. And it teaches us to be still and to learn and like a sponge to absorb from it, so that when we're squeezed, praise God, that what runs back is that betterment of it, that thing that's made us wiser, that's made us stronger, that has made us better. And what I use for myself, one of my favorite scriptures to encourage myself, inspire myself. Sometimes we wait for other people to pat us on the back and tell us how good we are and tell us you're going to make it. Sometimes you got to pause for yourself. Be your own greatest cheerleader. Pat yourself on the back. Encourage your own self. And for me, what I've done in times when trying to care for my husband and going from hospital to hospital to hospital and from one report that's not good to another report that's not good, I encourage myself. It's all good. In the midst of what looks so bad, I'm telling myself it's all good. In the midst of what seems to be wearing against me, I'm telling myself it's going to work out for your good. Sometimes you don't even see it in there, but it becomes a true faith walk. And Acts 17:28 is good for me, because that scripture lets me know for in him we live. Not in me. See, in me, when life show up, it would get difficult. But for because of who live on the inside of me, in him we live and we move and we have that being. And that's a certain also your own, just having like the own poet having it said, but we are also the offspring of who he is. He's the one that gives us that strength. So we keep hope alive by keep pressing. In the midst of what it looked like, know that it may not very well be what it looked like. Don't stop because it looked like it. Go ahead and give that next press, because you may very well find that it's not what it looked like. But you would never know if you didn't go to that next level, if you didn't push one more time. Somebody got it there pushed. Their next push was victory. But because that press before that was so difficult, they held back, not knowing one more press is into my victory. One more press is into a number one bestseller. One more press is into the greatest author that's ever been, ever will be. One more press is into a transformation of life and mind. One more suggestion, just one more push. Sometimes we're just one push away from greatness, one push away from opening the door, that major door in our lives. So in being motivated and being inspired and keeping hope alive, keeping trust, hope, I hope for it. I know that it's there. I don't have to see it. I hope for it. My mind, because of the change of my mind, it's changing my life. my mind, the condition of my mind is being changed, it's being transformed, it's being renewed. And by my mind being transformed and renewed, it's changing my life. I don't only just see it, I now believe that I can have it. So now my mind begins to go into the mode of how to accomplish it. So that's what I share so many times with people, and even in counseling. You got to change your mind. You got to change the way you're thinking. You cannot do the same thing over and over and over, but you want to have different. That's a word called insanity. You got to do different, to embrace different, to have different, to grow from different. That's where growth takes place, from different. Don't mind being different. It's okay to be different, to use that creative ability that God has gifted you with and given to you that may seem so strange. It's okay, because many people have used strange things to become the next millionaire, to become the next bestseller, to become the next author, to become the next great doctor, lawyer, what have you. So I always say, keep hope alive by being the first one that don't mind encouraging yourself, and know that what you're doing is not because of who you are, but who created you, who made you amazing like this, who made you the very good creation that you are. Greatness is already inside of you, but you got to change your mind so you can change your life.
That's it. I'm over here about shouting us out. And the reason I wanted to dive on that because, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't realized, we're here to let you know if your mind is right about a certain thing, it'll be easy to do, as she said, the book. It'll be easy to do the business. So that's why we wanted to start there. But Pastor, I want to extend from that, because you've given us so much information about the mind, and that's very important. It's the preparation, having the mind right. But tell us about your entrepreneur side, the hat that you wear, because the way that, we look at the economy, people have foresighted that this may happen, that may happen in regards of the economic development. In regards to entrepreneurship and your journey, what's some keys that needs to be in place? And I know we said mindset is very number one, but what have you used in your life that actually have made you go from, we're not going to even say, we're going to just say from one step to the next step to scaling it, because, we have to celebrate the small things in order for us to actually celebrate the big things.
Yes. Dr. Sunny, one of the key things that I use and have used and continue to humbly use is making sure that I am walking focused and not fearful. What I find out is that when you walk focused, as you're walking the road of focus, there are lumps, and then there's potholes, and then sometimes there's just big hiccups in the road. They're called life. In the midst of that, what I've learned is that sometimes as we're walking that road of focus and we hit a pothole in the road, or we hit a shift in our finance, or we hit a shift in where we're going and we're trying to get, and something happens, we become fearful. Oh, I thought this was going to work, but now it's looking like this. What I learned is keep pressing, keep pressing, keep pressing. Don't allow fear to come and blot out focus. Keep focused. Instead of being fearful, be focused. And that is not always easy, but it's a road that I've learned. I've learned how to press in by faith and just keep going. When my leader passed away over 2 years ago, 2017, I took a leap of faith, and I was asked by some of the body, Minister, would you lead us? Our leader's gone on to be with the Lord. Would you lead us? I was like, wow, Lord, what a big order, Lord. But I'm so humbled. Of all the people you could have asked, you chose me. I'm so humbled. Of course, I went and I prayed, and I must be honest with you. The enemy plays with the mind, and different things began to attack my mind. Wow, you're going to take on this. You know you can never turn back. You know this. You know that. Different things began to hit my mind. And I sought the Lord, and I went into fasting, and I went into prayer. And as I was praying and fasting, I said, you know what? I'm going to trust the Lord. I found out one thing about him. He cannot lie. He's too wise to make a mistake. He's perfect in everything he do. I know a lot of great people, but I don't know any of them that's perfect in everything that they do. I know that he won't ever lead me wrong, and in the midst of it, I began to encourage myself with the fact that he would never leave me or forsake me. If he brought me to it, he'll carry me through it. And I began to press, and I began to focus on what's required to be the one for so many other people. And not just be the one about you, but be the one that's willing to walk humbly, to walk loving, to walk teaching people about who he is and not who you are, because without him, you can do nothing. To be honest and walk in integrity. And as I began to focus in on that, all I kept telling the Lord is, I'm available to be used by you. Lord, I'm available. I'll be a tool in your hand. And however you choose to use me, God, it's all right. Not my will, but let thy will be done through me. I'll be available. So I say, I use these two words. Allow the focus to blot out the fear and keep pressing.
I just love, she says amazing. I want to continue that conversation because you are doing it so wonderful in your life. We hear a lot of people, especially ladies, talk about balancing work, life, work, balance. Is the word balance is it a word? Because, stress can try to come in on that. And, of course, it affects your mind, your body, and just everything in your soul. So tell us a little bit how you keep that, and you alluded to it a little bit because you actually have a sessions twice a week that you pray with people. And how can we keep that at bay, that work-life balance?
You know what? As a matter of fact, I just did this about a few days ago because really balance, I choose to use the word harmony. I choose to use that because balance is so funny because it's like when you say balance, I think of like a seesaw. It's like whoop, up, and then it's up, down, and then it's balance, and whoop, and then it's high, and then it's low. It's that way. But I use the harmony of life because when you have harmony of life, praise God, you don't just have the up and down. You're working it all. It's like it's all mixing in, and you're understanding that you have a right to have it all. You have a right to have a business and a successful one as you build it and as you grow. And sometimes people look at success as being so huge and such a large dollar amount. But like you just said so beautiful, wherever you start, value it, and it will grow as you build, as you structure, as you make sure that foundation is solid. First of all, with love. First of all, with patience. Being a good listener. All of this works into what I've learned and still learning what I've learned over the years and being able to strive and not only be a help to yourself but be a help to other people, because until you could be honest with you, well, that's one of the key things in a harmony of life is when you can be honest with you and helpful to you, then you can be helpful and build to others. So what I've learned with myself, there are many times I am in prayer, and I leave prayer at 6 so in the morning after being up from about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and my day is set. I try to be as structured as possible. Many times that do not work because things happen, life happens. You could set one schedule and so many other things happen. And then I learned to just flow. Many times just flow. Don't quit. Don't stop. Don't get frustrated. Yes, things are going to happen. You got everything planned out and just look like an 18-wheeler running to everything. Boom. And it's all scrambled up. What do you do? Oh, I just quit. No. That's when you press in the most. Ain't no quitting. Ain't no stopping. Come on, we got to do this. We got to get this done. Got to do this. And you get that team and you go and you make that thing happen. You don't wait on it to happen. You got to make it happen. So it's called, for me, harmony in life. Realizing, yes, you have a right to have the family life. You have a right to have the vacation. You have a right to have the beach. You can have it all if you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to put in the effort, if you're willing to take that next step, to take that extra step, to go that extra mile. You can have it all. And I learned that, Dr. Sunday, because there have been times when I've walked out of the hospital after caring or standing by the side of my husband or another family member, 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, to go down to the car garage, prayerfully seeking the Lord to protect me, of course, make sure I'm safe, many times by myself, but, of course, never by myself in the spirit realm because God is always with me. And because I have a work for him to do, I go in that garage and I set up the stuff right there in my vehicle or right in the truck or the vehicle, whatever we have. I sit up and connect stuff right there so we could go to the world through the line to share with people the word of God. And sometime I'm right there and I go right back from there into the hospital, leave from there, come take care of a counseling session that I have to take care with a family that's going through, and finish that counseling session, go back and meet with a doctor to give instructions of how to take care of this. Sometimes it becomes a lot, a huge ticket. And in those times, I pull back for a moment of rest and regroup and gather some team members in with me and disperse some things out that they could take care of to take off me. And then I just get a little rest and I keep going. So it's called harmony. I find it more for me harmony of life as opposed to balance.
I love it. I'm sure I'm taking plenty of notes, and ladies and gentlemen, I know you are too. I know we'll have the replay soon, so don't worry. I want to actually ask you, because, time goes by so quickly here on the show. What is on the horizon for you that you can speak of at this time? And then we want you to, any last-minute words that you have, because a lot of people love they want a closer walk with God, number one. And then number two, they want to be successful in the gifts that he has allowed them to have before they were born. We know that. But give us some knowledge on that, which you have given us so much already. I just love it. And then, of course, tell us what you have on the horizon that you can speak of. And then after that, please tell us how we can contact you, how we can support you in the many things that you're doing, from your radio show, from your speaking, your coaching, your prayer sessions, just in your books and more books to come. We just really want to be on your, what they say, bandwagon, the kids say. But take it away and help us with that final information.
Okay, wonderful. What I would like to say, one of the things that have been pressing in my heart that I am really looking into actually doing this year, that's been my goal, is I want to write a book for married couples. The reason why I say for married couples is because there's such a great attack upon marriages, upon families, the very first ordination of God, which is family. There's such an attack. I believe that we're in a season and a time where people are not taking marriage as serious as it really should be. That's been one thing that has pressed seriously in my heart, to write it real and to write it raw. A lot of it from my experience, and a lot of it from the lives of the people that I have seen that have, of course, not actually named, etc., but from experiences I've seen through the life of counseling and sharing of what people seem to think marriage is and is not. So my heart is really burning there to put it into the world to help them understanding what marriage really is. That you still should have a marriage in spite of after the honeymoon. When the honeymoon is over, the marriage should still be there because the marriage goes so far beyond sex. Oh, my God, I felt the anointing there. It goes so far beyond a dollar bill. The many things that can quickly destroy it. It goes to the very fiber of what love is and what it is not. So that's one of the things that I am working on this year, prayerfully, to be able to release into the world that book that would not only heal, but would be able to restore marriages and families. The thing that I would share to encourage you in your hopes, in your dreams, don't give up on your hope. Don't give up on your dreams. Dreams are made, I believe, to come true. And when you can see your dream, you can have it. Don't be afraid because your dream is bigger than you. It's supposed to be. Don't be afraid because your dream is mind-blowing. It's supposed to be. Because if it's right in the limit of your mind, then that really is not a dream. That's a plan that you set. But when it gets bigger than you, and everything in our life, what we have to realize is greater than we are. Why? Because our lives are impacted so that what? We can impact somebody else's life. We learn love so that we know how to give love, how to share love, how to teach love, how to pour it into the world, because that's one of the greatest healers. That's one of the greatest medications that the world will ever know and that people in general will ever know, and that is the true use of the word and the action of love. Love is such a healer. It's such a motivator. It's such strength when it's real, when it's genuine, when it's authentic, when it's a real friendship love, when it's a real love of sibling love, when it's a real love of business, when it's a real love, when it's without the greed, when it's just genuine and authentic. I enjoy looking at what God is doing in Dr. Sunday's life. It gives me joy. When you can have a life where you can rejoice and enjoy the beauty, the blessings of other people, you're on your way somewhere. So this is what I would say to you. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't get moved by the potholes in the road and the tests and trials of life. They come to make you better. They come to make you stronger, and they come to make you wiser. This is one thing I want to say to you. Eliminate this, jealousy. Jealousy and unforgiveness will choke success clean out. Eliminate jealousy. There's no need for it. It's a world out here. It's overflowing. It's a more than enough supply. There's no need to walk around holding yesterday. You want to embrace tomorrow, and you can't do it because yesterday got it blocked out. I say to you, feel free to reach out to me. I can be reached on Facebook. I do have Facebook in the name of Doris Smith. If you would like to send friend requests, feel free to do so. I'm also the same on LinkedIn, Instagram. I also have Trinity is my email, TRINITY03Smith@yahoo.com. Every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 5 a.m., I host the Power Hour line of inspiration and motivation. Would love to have you connect. You can dial in by dialing 712-775-7031, access code 710569. Again, that number is 712-775-7031, access code 710569 in the pound. God bless you.
We love it, love it, love it. This is my girl. I love her. First of all, we want to thank you for just being in your purpose, number one. And then number two, we want to thank you for taking time out your busy schedule to be with us here at the Dr. Renee Sunday Show. We love you. If you need anything from us, please don't hesitate to contact us.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sunday. It's truly been a pleasure and an honor, and I thank you so much. You're an amazing, awesome person, friend, and amazing visionary. God bless you in everything that you do.
I receive that. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, woo! You know, okay, I know the replay will be ready. I know y'all ready, right? Ready. Bishop Jake says, get ready. We going to take the get out and say we ready. You know, the thing that we love you, chime in. Please, you know, send us some, you know, reply to the if you see this via email, you see it on the download, wherever you see it, to give us your comments and add to this conversation. The key is we got to do it. We got what we're going to take it from Nike and agree with them. Just do it, right? You know, here at Good Deeds, we have a lot of opportunities for you to chime in on. We have of course, you can be a guest here on the podcast. You can be part of our TV show if you're local or you want to fly in, you know, to Atlanta. We actually have the Good Deeds magazine. Oh, Lord, what else we have? I do publishing. We teach you how to start your own podcast. We also do that. There's so many things we do. The thing is, we got to don't stop. Y'all know what's coming. Get it, right? But you know how to get in contact with us is ReneeSunday.com, and that's RENEE Sunday, like the day of the week, SUNDAY.com. It has all of the information, all the social media. We're Renee Sunday. If you forget that, put Dr. Renee Sunday. It'll take you to all the social media as well. But we want you to know this, that you do have a calling. You do have a reason you were born. You're not a mistake. You're not a mistake. We have to do it. You heard we, so I'm involved in that. We have to do three things. We have to believe, we have to trust, and we got to walk that thing out. We'll see you next time. We love you. This is the Dr. Renee Sunday Show. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.